Good morning, the students of class 7. Welcome to our e-learning class. Today I am going to discuss another subunit from your second chapter, New Kings and Kingdoms. And today's subunit, Administration of the Empire. Previous class you have learned about the irrigation and agriculture of the South Indian kings and the Chola kings. Now today we will learn about the Chola administrative units and their functions and how they were formed. So let's start that the Chola administrative units. That the lowest administrative units, it's called Ur in the Chola Empire, and Ur is the settlements of peasants. So all the peasants of the village, they formed a settlement, and it is the smallest administrative units, and it's called Ur. And Ur is like today's panchayat, where they discussed about their internal problems and solved them. They also collected taxes. So next one, after Ur, the next unit is Nadu. Nadu is like today's subdivisions. So today our districts are divided into many subdivisions. So that time Nadu also a subdivision of their administrative units, and lot of Ur formed a Nadu. A group of villages like our Ur formed Nadu. Now the next administrative unit, it is Kottam. Some Nadus, a group of Nadus also formed Kottam or Vala Nadu. Vala Nadu or Kottam is formed with lot of Nadus, and it is like a today's districts. Like our states are in India divided into many small districts, and the Kottam or Vala Nadu was the districts of the Chola Empire. And at the top of this, the state, there are a lot of Kottam and Vala Nadu formed a Mandalam. Mandalam means the states. So at the time in Chola Empire, there are 9 states are there, and all the states ruled by the Yuvaraja. Yuvaraja was a prince, the princes of the kings. They actually are the son of the kings, the princes. They actually ruled the Mandalam or the states. So this is the administrative structure of the Chola Empire. What is the function of Nadu? That number 1, dispensing justice of the function of Nadu is administrative function is the dispensing justice. So they also organize a court and give justice to the people lived under the jurisdiction of Nadu. Number 2, their duty was collecting taxes. They also collected taxes from the villages and from the Urs and given it to the higher authorities. The rich peasants of the Velala caste, they exercise considerable control over the affairs of Nadu. And in the Nadu, the Velala caste is very important. This caste is actually, Velala caste is the peasant community. And this Velala caste exercise considerable control over the affairs of Nadu, either on the collecting taxes or the judicial matters. Number 2, the Chola kings gave some rich landowners title, such as Muvenda Velan. Muvenda Velan means Velan or peasants served 3 kings. So peasants, the Velan means the peasants. So peasants or Velan served 3 kings. They are called Muvenda Velan. And another title is Arayar. Arayar means the chief. So these officials, these rich landowners were entrusted with important offices of the center and at the state. So these important landowners also given various important duties and important offices, and they also maintained army and helped the king in the time of battle. They had their military duties also, the Muvenda Velan and the Arayars, and they also ruled the administrative units with the supervision of their kings and princes. Now the types of land. So at the time, how many types of land were donated by the kings? mentioned in the book. Turn the page in a purple box. So look at the box. So first one mentioned there, the Velan Bhagai. So what is Velan Bhagai? That Velan Bhagai is the land of non-Brahmana peasants. All the lands belong to the non-Brahmana peasants named Velan Bhagai. Next one, number 2, it is Shalabhoga. Shalabhoga means the land for the maintenance of a school. At the time, the Chola kings donated some land for the maintenance of the schools, and the crops grown on the agricultural fields, the school authorities, after selling the crop, they got some money, and with the money, and they maintain the schools as well as their school buildings, their curriculum and all the books they maintain, and also the salary of the teachers. So all these things maintained by the Shalabhoga. Shalabhoga is the land for the maintenance of a school. Next, Devadana. Devadana are those lands, that land donated to the temples. You have already read that in the time of Chola Empire, that how big temples were established in the empire, and those temples have some lands. Some people donated land to the temples. Those lands known as Devadana, and the temple authority actually, and they maintain those people living around, surrounded the temple, and those people living inside the temple for the worship and various activities. Here, next type of land, it is Pallichanadam. So Pallichanadam land donated to the Jaina institutions, and some land also donated to the Jaina institutions. And Jainism already famous, you know, from the Chandragupta Maurya. So that time also they donated some land to the Jaina monks and their institutions for their religious and cultural practices. Number 5, Brahmadeya. So what is Brahmadeya? The Brahmadeya land gifted to the Brahmanas. The land donated to the Brahmanas are called Brahmadeya. And a lot, you know that at the time, lot of Brahmanas also got the land grant from the kings. So a large number of Brahmana settlements established in the Kaveri Valley rather than other part of the South India. Mostly they have seen in Kaveri Valley, because in the time of Chola kings, they had given lot of lands to the Brahmanas, and those lands known as Brahmadeya. So each Brahmadeya looked after by an assembly of prominent Brahmana landowners. In the Brahmadeyas also there were different administrative units, and those Brahmadeyas also ruled by prominent Brahmana landholders, a committee of the prominent Brahmana landholders, and their decisions were recorded in detail in inscriptions and often stone walls of the temples, and they worked very efficiently on the South India and in those Brahmadeyas. So they were very much respected in the society for their administration, and this is the function of Brahmadeya. Except those association of the traders known as Nagarams, who occasionally performed administrative functions in the towns and the cities. So you have know already the village administration, the settlement of peasants in the villages known as Ood, and now the settlements of traders, and mostly sometimes they ruled the cities and towns, and they were called Nagaram. So this is the administrative units and the structure of Chola Empire. Next day we will discuss about the election process of the Brahmadeya. So how did the Brahmadeya in election occurred in Brahmadeya? Okay, so that's all from the today's subunit. Next day we will discuss about this part. Till then, don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. See you again. Thank you for watching.